Alright, so I'm just going to be going over this next update for MvM DoubleCross. And actually, you see a bunch of screenshots here. So some new ones I took. But the first thing I'll say is it's finally coming out of the pre-release, because I think it's in a good enough state to go into RC. So this next version will be RC1, or release candidate. Beforehand it was the pre-release candidate. You know, normally you'd call that like an alpha or beta. DoubleCross was already a map, so you can't really call it that, right? Here's a big old list of changes here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over a fair bit of these. Bots have to be scaled at 1.75 if you want them in the sewers, and I'll go over that in a bit, including sentry busters. So if you're making maps or pop files for this, that's for you. First one is just func no builds. So in a lot of spots, I just put no builds where sentry busters and whatnot couldn't go. Originally, when I was working through this, I actually put them all the way up here too, like all the way across and stuff, but I ended up changing up this ramp system here so they could get up easily, because otherwise they would just sit there and, you know, sentry busters aren't very smart, so they can't get up all the stuff I had there beforehand. But yeah, there's this nice ramp here. And yeah, but you still can't build sentries here. You can put dispensers and other buildings here though. I worked extensively on the nav mesh. That was a lot of time spent doing that, just fine-tuning every little corner I could. Just some stuff about crimping, adding more clipping to spots. I added a lot of performance increases in spots where it needed to be. Most props now have fading, so like these crates will fade away once you get pretty far out. You see a lot of stuff has fading, and that's just to help with performance. And I also added a huge performance increase up in this building. Beforehand, this was probably the worst spot because you could see the entire map through here. There was no getting rid of all this, so that was done with occluders and making this into its own area. Engineer nests work properly now, so there's nothing, you know, nothing screwy about that. I also added 2 more locations there. I went over this in a separate video, but there is a new energy effect in here. I did change it up since then. This is a decent state where I'm at. I'm not like 100% satisfied with this. We've got lasers shooting down these little beams, I guess, that shoot out like this. I think it's pretty alright. And I might end up getting rid of this on a next release at one point, but yeah. Oh, these also hurt you. It's pretty cool, I guess. Fix the tank barrier. Yeah, that was just an issue where even though the tank barrier was down, it kept exploding anyways. But yeah, fix that. Fix some crate stuff, some little minor stuff, I guess. The grinder area before was really, really dark, which I didn't like very much, so we got some extra lights up in here, making things a lot brighter. Add another poster at the same spot and switch the brushes into actual models, which helped with making the lighting more match each other. Added some block bullets to sewer hut exit stairs so you weren't popping up really jaggedly. Put some more props around and expanded and put more lights as well down in these front areas. So basically these were a lot narrower beforehand. I just opened those up, which you know, I thought makes things look a little better. Put some more lighting and with these little doors overhanging over. Fix some lighting issues on pipes, which were actually from the original DoubleCross, but I fixed those. Moved an old vent. This one right here is an Easter egg. If you watched my previous video on DoubleCross, that's an Easter egg about that. So it removed most of the respawn room visualizers. This was just so, this was basically just so if you place a sentry in like let's go back to the hut. Place a sentry in here, robot would insta blow up. So I had to put func nav avoids instead, which just tell the robots to avoid that area. But if you do have a sentry in there now, sentry busts will come up and explode on the outside. So added color correction. This is a big one. It just matches the skybox now, and I have a before and after. I'll show really quick here. But yeah, it makes things more red and match the redness there. I think it looks really good. Add a hazard sign before the grinder, yeah. When train's disabled, gates now close. So if you're making a pop file and you want robots to run around the lower bridge, you can close the gates and shut the train off. Added some light signals as well there. Just kind of warning lights. That'll pop up when a train comes. I changed around a lot of packs here, so these ones I changed since I now added the new flanking routes for robots. I also decided, well, if you're going to be down here, it doesn't make sense to have full ammo packs, 2 full ammo packs here. So the same thing in here. These used to be full, but since robots now are going to come in here a bunch, and you're going to be fighting down here probably, it's good to have mediums instead. Changed around the upgrade station music, switched around some of the props up front here. Beforehand, this box was actually right here, and Sentry Buster couldn't get up here, and it would of course cause problems again. A lot of this is changing stuff for Sentry Buster, logic, and just helping robots walk around. Like this change right here helps robots get up here, instead of having to come all the way around and glitch out on these, which they did a lot of. And that's that one there. Increase the size of the spiral. Yeah, basically just opening the top up so robots can get down there easier. I removed this ramp up here so robots could get past that. Otherwise they just kept bonking their heads and whatnot. But if you get up here, you can still jump up here, no problem. But you gotta do a little crouch jump to get there. So this one was just some train logic so that it actually kill you and not just jam you into the wall. Remove some V physics from pipes. So yeah, these pipes here, just to make it easier for robots to get around, especially large robots. Just remove those physics from there. Added some beam supports. This is just talking about these 3. I forgot to copy them over. Switched back to the original train rather than the steam train and changed it to 1500 instead. And then I already talked about this one. I added some Easter eggs. You can look at those. I changed the track models. I added some more cube maps around, especially in that front area. There was a few places that I think needed some. Then I talked about this one in a previous video, all the flank routes I added. I didn't talk about the bomb arrow sign logic. I'll probably have that in a separate one. And then I also, new tank route that doesn't go through any barriers. Tank's normal path is through here, and it comes along this way. Oops. Comes out here, goes around there, and then drops it here. I thought it'd be cool to have 2 paths, so another tank that comes from the same place, of course, but it comes out here and then goes like this instead. So yeah, 2 tanks. And yeah, that's the update. Lots of stuff. Spent plenty of time on this. Next is just making the mission or missions, and if there's any little bugs here or there, I guess I could update the map, but I worked out a heck of a lot of bugs. Hopefully once I get those missions done, it'll be great to play on here. So yep, that's about it.